To show a close-up of my garland because Lisa had asked about it. So it's one that I got from World Market. I don't know. It was when Megan was still a baby. Because we used to have a star tree topper that matched it, and then we got the crystal one that we have now. So we still have the star, but we don't put it on the tree. Last night, Ada would not go to sleep. So I took her out, and that clearly was not what she wanted. So then I put her out again by herself, and she was out there for a really long time. So either she wanted to guard or she wanted to go to the bathroom, but I wasn't going to just stand outside with her. So I put her out on her tie out and watched her through the window while I unloaded and reloaded the dishwasher. Because we had run it. So there were still a couple of bowls and stuff that the kids ate out of after we loaded it to run it overnight. So everything was done. So I unloaded it and put it away, and then reloaded what was left on the counter, and then tried to come and lay back down on the couch. But she was still really excited, so she was like nibbling the edge of the couch, barking at me nonstop. So finally I got up and played with her, which is what she wanted, because then she flopped down after about 10 minutes of playing. But of course then I'm wide awake. So I started my next Witcher book, which it was good that I had it, since I had to stay up. So I started Baptism of Fire. That's how far I got the first night. So just the little bit down to the bookmark. I just used a business card because I didn't have any my bookmarks. Oh, now I see them. They're underneath the junk that Joshua put on my table. A random Halloween sock and a Dumbo little toy thing that he got from his friend Addie. So anyway, I don't even think we have a mate for this Halloween sock. So it should probably get thrown away. And that Dumbo thing just keeps moving around. He needs to go up to his room. Anyway. So now I need to get dressed because I've got twice a day meetings. I know there's always one at 9 now for the next week at least. I need to check my schedule and see if I have one at 8:30, which would mean I really need to get a move on, or if I can take my time a little bit. schedule sorted out. I'm not expected to be in 2 places at once for any of my stuff. And I'm gonna go get dressed. It's really cold. It's really cold. I don't remember on my Sperry if I put 3/4 sleeves. Yeah, I did put 3/4 sleeves on this one. So this one, I've told myself I'm not allowed to wear it again until I work in all the ends on it. Because this has been off by needles for over a year, and it's still got all the ends. It doesn't have all the ends. I started working up this sleeve. So basically whenever I have some time, I'm just sitting and working in 2 ends. This is why I can't be allowed to make striped things, that I don't carry the yarn up, which this one I could not because the big gray stripe is so long. And I was trying to blend 3 different skeins I had of Stellar Banshee to try and make it look cohesive. So I did them kind of every stripe, so I couldn't even carry up the Stellar Banshee. So I could have done that otherwise because the pink stripe is quite small. But no, because of how I had to color blend, I couldn't do that. But this is what happens when you don't plan ahead and you get multiple single skeins of yarn and then you try to make a sweater, which I've done a lot with my Volant Vine stuff, because for a long time you couldn't get sweaters quantities from her. It was basically you could only get single skeins. So I wanted to show you how I store my knitwear. This cabinet needs to be refolded. I've kind of been just throwing things in there that are sitting on my bed until I have time to deal with them. So just ignore that for the moment. Typically what I do is in here I'm putting socks. Oops. Right now I need to do sock laundry, so I don't have all my socks here, but what I would have here in this drawer is I would have a bunch of socks put up like this. So I just put them together and then I roll them into a little ball, and I've got, you know, bunches of them in there. Then the next drawer down is all shawls. To be perfectly honest, I have not even touched these at all this winter. Other than this one, which I need to roll back up. But what I do is I roll my shawls. So I take them, I fold them in half, and then I roll them into like these little tubes. And then I lay them flat. This keeps them blocked. So when I unroll them, they're still blocked very nicely and they stay, you know, the way they should be. So that's all shawls. Then inside of my wardrobe, you're again going to see that I threw my sweaters in here and I haven't rolled them, but for the most part I roll my sweaters and they go in here like so. So there's my honey sweater, my French toast sweater, my pumpkin patch sweater, my I don't know why I always forget the name of this sweater. Now it's going out of focus. Good grief. My Cipolla sweater. This is my Sperry that I knit as a fade. I think I'm going to wear that today, but it's pretty cold in the house. So I'm going to move that over. My Feather Nest Raglan, which needs to be folded up. There's a couple that need to be rolled up, and they're ones I've worn recently, so let's get those out of the way. And then I have a couple of store-bought cardigans. I haven't really decided what to do with those yet. This is a fairly new piece of furniture for us, and the reason for that is that I was starting to get a lot of hand knit sweaters, and our closets were just not well organized. So the organizers that were built into the closet kind of don't really fit our needs, but I think they'll be good for storage. So we've just got a wardrobe. It's a wardrobe from IKEA. So that's what it looks like. Excuse me. A lot of drawers on the bottom. and shelving throughout. And then we had these baskets up on top of the dresser that I had previously from when we moved in together, but it was really small. So it's in Joshua's room now. He needed a dresser, so he took over that dresser, so it's his now. But these are baskets that we got from World Market. No, it was Tuesday morning. And I had like my shawls in one and my sweaters in another, but the sweaters were just like pouring out of the top of it. And I had to dig down inside of it to get to them. It was just a bit of a mess. So we decided we were going to get a larger piece of furniture and it would make things better for Josh and for me. So anyway, continuing. This is my So Faded in Peaches, my Winterfjell, my Vintage 83, my store-bought cardigan, my Tanya, which I think I'm going to rip out. I do not like the sleeves or the neckline. They just don't fit me right. It's very tight under the armpits, and I don't have enough yarn to make it bigger. So I can't keep it as it is. So either I'd have to rip back to the lace and then make it a striped body, which I could do, or just rip it out and make it something else. Anyway, I think I'm just going to rip it out and make it something else. This is my So Faded in yellows, my So Faded in creams and grays, and my Zweig, which is out of the same yarn that I'm knitting my cowl for the Advent. And then this is my Professor Meow sweater. Again, I kind of wore it over a long sleeve shirt, so it's unfolded right now. But as you can see, I have a lot of room left to make more sweaters, so I consider that as the reason that I can just keep knitting sweaters, because they haven't filled up the space yet, so obviously I have room for more, right? So I'm telling myself. So my Sperry that I showed you earlier with the ends not woven in, and these 3 sweaters, and my As You Like It, I think it somehow ended up downstairs under Josh's coat on those tall chairs. I'm pretty sure it's that I wore it when I was going out for a walk with Ada one day. I got overheated, so I took it off and just had my underneath t-shirt on, and I put it across the chair to dry, and I never brought it back up here, so it's still sitting down there. But that's pretty much all of my sweaters that I've knit, with those few exceptions. So that is how I store my knits, and I think it works for me. And when the season's over, I think they can still stay here because I've got room for them and it's not disrupting any of my other clothing. So like all of my t-shirts and underneath shirts are in there. My pajamas and pants are in this drawer. And then I put like my swimsuits over here. This is kind of Josh's sock drawer, but there's no socks in there right now. And that's my socks and underwear drawer. And then this is like general fitness gear, but it's really just a catch-all. Like once I get it more organized, that's probably gonna go either down in the, I think it'll go down in the swimsuit drawer, and the swimsuits will just go towards the back because those are stuff that, you know, you don't need year round, and it's really only like a teeny pile in there. So I think that's what's gonna happen. And then I'm gonna have a plant here. And this is a box full of books, but again, I want to have maybe some potted plants and like a jar with lights or something, so it can be more homey. So those are my thoughts. Right now I have a wooden crossbow from Megwin that I had to confiscate because Joshua was threatening her with it. It's not a real crossbow. It's one that she made with Tinker Crate, but it needs to be adjusted because it's not working right now. Anyway, and then we have this basket that's just up there, but it has nothing in it right now. It's purely decorative at this moment. But we thought about having maybe Josh's tools in there, or they're going to be in the closet and maybe something else will go up there. We're still figuring out because, as I said, we haven't had this piece for very long. We only just put handles on it because we weren't sure we even liked it. And this had a door, and it just made it look so closed in this room. I don't know why that isn't shutting. Oh, I do know why. Because it's got a sweater sleeve in it. It has kind of the soft close doors, yeah. Anyway, yep. So it looked like I had a giant phone booth that got dropped into my room, but without the door on and with the dresser out, which used to live right there, it's better. We're still cleaning up from putting it in here, so there's still the stepladder. And we have to put that fan downstairs in the basement. I might take that now, because I don't think we're going to need it until it gets hot again. Anyway, yep, I was saying, I don't remember. I have on my Sperry now, and I kind of just pulled my hair back. So, we're fluffing it up here. See what temperature. Oh, 63. There you go. That's a better idea of the color in real light. It's pretty nice. Hello, Beans. Have you been outside yet? No, I'm not going. I'm tired from sleeping and playing with that pillow. So naughty. I put my coat away. For a while I was using it as a blanket. I'm gonna hang it on this chair that's randomly by the window. And put this pillow away. Ada and I are going to my work to get tea. So once she lays down, I'll pull out of the driveway. Come on, Ada, you gotta lay down. Lay down. Down. Alright, I'm gonna do it now. So I can go slow. I'm back home now after going to work. It was nice to see the couple of people that were in the office. I took Ada, so she just went into the doorway to say hi. She did not like being in the car on the highway at all. She barked and barked at me, but once we were on like city streets, she was fine. So I think she just didn't like how fast the car was going. I also dropped off my library book that I finished, the Time of Contempt book. And I already got a text that they have another book available for me. I believe this one is from Megwin. I think it's The Tale of Despero, because she has this reading challenge from school that I think is a little bit unreasonable, but we're working our way through it. So it's a Power of Books challenge. She has to read 40 chapter books in, you know, the back half of the year, which I could probably do, but I don't know about her doing it. She's not the fastest reader. And they have specific like criteria, either authors or they need to be Newbery Medal winning books. And with the library not being there for school and our library being very limited in how many books we can take out at a time, it basically is making parents buy books, which, you know, we can afford to. We are privileged in that way, but not everybody in Megwin's school can do that, or even everyone in her class. So, I don't know, I'm not really happy about it. But we're going to get through it. I'm trying to figure out which books that I already have, which I have a lot from my childhood, would fit the criteria to knock some of them out. So, like, she has some from Roald Dahl. So I had the Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, but I don't have my copy of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's in a pile of books in my mom's basement. And it's a hardcover, so I don't really want her to send it. So I ordered a copy for Megwin for Christmas, so that will be one. There's some books that I really don't like. I kind of don't want her to read them because I was looking at them and they're like really, I don't know, playing gender stereotypes, right? Of like boys rule and girls rule and blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't like those kinds of things. They irritate me. And there were definitely some like that. So we're gonna see what we can do with those. I don't know. That is the lid for the chopstick I brought home, but I already have a chopstick. Must have been an extra one. Anyway, we're gonna try to get through the other ones that are not like that. And I have some Newbery Medal Award books that I can let her read. So I'm gonna do that. And then there's some that I do think will be cool. So I ordered a couple for Christmas. I put some on her wish list, and some of them, like books she's interested in, fit the criteria. So it's like 3 books from the same series. Okay, she can do some of her Wings of Fire books, or 3 fantasy books, more Wings of Fire books, because she's reading through the whole series. There's 10 original ones, and then she's getting books 11 through 15 for Christmas. So, and there's also science fiction / fantasy. So again, more Wings of Fire books. I'm just excited that she wants to read, and those are the things that are sparking her interest right now. So I'd rather encourage her to read the things that she enjoys. She's going to have plenty of time in school to be forced to read things she's not going to enjoy. So she can have fun with one last year where she doesn't have that sort of required reading. But I also did position it to her as, hey, look, for the rest of your school career, you will have books that you will need to read, and you won't enjoy all of them. But hopefully you will try to learn something from them and take some sort of lesson away from them, whatever it is. appreciating the artistry or the language that the author uses, learning something about history, or you know, just being exposed to different authors and topics. So I did kind of break her in for that, because I know that there will be a lot more of that type of reading coming her way, especially in high school. But yeah, we're trying to make as much work that we already own as possible, because my goodness, we own a lot of books. And I have a lot of books from when I was a child, so surely some of those can fit the criteria. And then we'll try to slowly check out books from the library for the remaining ones. No packages have come today from Amazon, so I don't have anything to wrap. Yeah, it's gonna probably be a pretty chill day, I hope. Like I said, Ada kept me up pretty late, so I'm doing okay right now, but I'm sure a little bit later in the day I'm going to need some more coffee, and I think I'm going to go brew another pot right now, just so that I'm prepared for being able to have some for my afternoon meetings. I need a pop socket. I see now why people have them, because I'm holding my hand like this, in like a twisted little C, and it hurts. And if I hold it the opposite way, like right now, my hand is blocking the microphone a little bit, which I think is why my audio is pretty soft. Although part of it too is that when I'm recording very early in the morning, the children are still asleep. And so I'm trying not to be too loud to wake them up, because I'm pretty loud generally. Our whole family is loud. But yeah. Filling up the water. I'm feeling pretty good about the island staying clear. Makes me happy. I've just tried to do a little bit of straightening every night so that it doesn't get overwhelming again. Just keep things cleaned off of there. Oh, Josh just texted me. He's on his way. He went to Whole Foods to get some produce and you know, just some other things we get from there. We usually go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's every week. I'm gonna make some coffee, sit down and do some stuff for work. Try not to constantly eat sugary treats, because now that there's cookies in the house, I really want them, and I can't eat cookies all day. It's bad for me. I can't eat cookies all day. But I want to. But my lunch was nice. So, alright. I'm going to stop babbling now. Here we are, evening walk. I came out a little bit early because it's snowing, but it's kind of a snow freezing rain mix. So I expect the driveway is going to get pretty slippery. And from what I've read, tomorrow is going to be nice, and then the next day we're supposed to get 9 to 12 inches of snow, so that'll be fun on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm excited for snow. I'm ready. Are you ready, Ada? Are you ready for 9 to 12 inches of snow? I bet you are. You're gonna have so much fun. It's probably gonna be a snow day for the kids. Yeah. Good times. Okay. see. So I just have some more work to do when I get back in, but like I said, I want to make sure she gets out to potty and stuff before it's dark and before it's too slippery for me to walk her. Plus, I need her to get tired so that we don't have a repeat of last night, because I can't do that. I'm too sleepy. Hopefully I'll get a full night's sleep. Usually she doesn't do that multiple nights in a row. She gets pretty exhausted and is ready to be normal. So fingers crossed. Not really going to have a lot of content for today. Just working, opening advent calendars, the going to my work. Oh shoot, I gotta go pick up that book from the library. Dang it. I told them that I would come get it before 6. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go do that once we finish our walk. I'm afraid we have a problem here. You have popcorn, and I want it. You can't have it, Ada. I know. Right? Can't. Shouldn't. What are these words? Don't give her the popcorn.
I'm going to go for one more piece.
Oh my goodness.
She ate it. Yeah. One more to go.
No, see, now she's gonna beg me for it. No. You need to go eat your real food. It's not funny. I don't want her to be a naughty dog. I want her to be a nice girl. And to know better than to beg. Huh, Ada? Me. The room looks totally different from over here. Oh, what a big stretch. No. No, I'm not giving you the popcorn. It has butter and salt on it. Those are bad for you.
But you already licked it.
I know, and I didn't want her to lick it.
Ada, you know that you could just climb onto the couch.
No, she can't just climb on the couch. She knows she can't do that. Yeah. I'm glad you're not doing that, Ada, because that would be super naughty.
If you did that, then you could reach the popcorn. Okay?
Oh, don't listen to him.
Big. Wind. R. Come. If. Now. Long. No. Came. Ask. Very. And. Over. Your. It's. It. I. Ride. Into. Jot blue, red.
Just blue, red. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put her on the lip.
You have lips.
I don't have lips. Yes, you do. You have purple lips. Don't know why. Because my skin is black.
donuts, cupcakes, cookies? Do you have a preference on cookie flavor?
Why are you sniffing my glasses, weirdo? You're so cute. You're so